Hi there, it's November 5th and time for Proverbs 5. Today he's talking about the pitfalls of immorality. And it's important to note that when Solomon talks about wisdom, he often refers to it as a thing, as a female, and he uses that illustration a lot about making things female so his sons could better understand it. And he talks about wisdom as a female. In Proverbs 5, he talks about immorality and ignorance also as a female. Let's just jump over there. And we've highlighted stuff. Okay, like I said, he talks about immorality as a female, and you gotta think about the immorality that's going on today. I mean, there was tens of thousands of people in Washington, D.C. yesterday protesting, waving Palestine flags around, celebrating Hamas when they have no idea. They're totally ignorant as to what they're protesting, And if you do basic research, not the news, you can't listen to the mainstream media, you can't listen to most politicians. Look at history. Look at the actual books. Look at what Hamas is. Hamas wants to kill every single person that is not Hamas. That includes Americans, that includes Christians, that includes atheists, that includes Jews, that includes everybody. They want to kill you all. But they will blindly wave their flags and following a crowd. And he kind of talks about that here. So let's get into it. My son, give attention to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, that you may observe discretion, and your lips may reserve knowledge. For the lips of an adulteress or a strange woman, or any subject of immorality, drip honey, and smoother than oil is her speech. But in the end, she is as bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. In the end, her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold of Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her ways are unstable. She does not know it. Her ways are unstable. She does not know it. Now then, my sons, listen to me, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way from her, and do not go near the door of her house. Stay away from these things. Stay away from these protests. Or you will give your vigor to others, and your years to the cruel one. You'll give your strength to the crowd, and your years to the cruel one, Satan, devil, Hamas. And strangers will be filled with your strength, and your hard-earned goods will go to the house of an alien. Yeah. And you groan at your final end when your flesh and your body are consumed. Yeah, when it's too late, you will groan. And you will say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart spurned reproof. Yeah, in the end, they're going to go, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I do my own research? I have not listened to the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to my instructors. I was almost in utter ruin in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Yeah. In the midst of the crowd, you were in ruin. Okay. Drink water from your own cistern and fresh water from your own well. Right. Stay in your own backyard. Right. Should your springs be dispersed abroad, and streams of water in the streets? Let them be yours alone, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, as a loving hind and graceful doe. Okay? Stay true to your own teaching. Remember the way you were raised. I mean, some people may have been raised to follow this stuff. But most of us in America weren't. Okay? Instead of following the woman that is immorality and stuff, rejoice in the wife of your youth, or the woman, or the teaching, or the knowledge that you were raised with. You know better. Let her breast satisfy you at all times. Be exhilarated always with her love, intoxicated with your own. For why should you, my son, be exhilarated with an adulteress and embrace the bosom of a foreigner or strange woman, or beliefs that aren't yours? For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he watches all his paths. His own iniquities will capture the wicked, and he will be held with the cords of his sin. He will die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he will go astray. Okay? In the end, you will die for lack of instruction, because of ignorance, because you didn't do the research, because you have no idea what you're protesting for. So, that's Proverbs 5. Amazing. We can go over the highlights. For the lips of an adulteress drip honey, and smoother than oil is her speech. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold of Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her ways are unstable. She does not know it. Most of these people have no idea what they're doing. They blandly follow it like a sexy adulteress. Keep away from her. Do not go near the door of her house. Yeah. All that stuff that's going on, I don't want any part of it. Okay? I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to stay in my woods and drink water from my own well. Keep away from her. Do not go near the door of her house, or you will give your strength or vigor to others, and your years to the cruel one. There's so much more you could be doing with your time, with your youth, with your strength, with your vitality. Good things. Instead of giving your strength to others and your years to the cruel one. And strangers will be filled with your strength, and your hard-earned goods will go to the house of an alien. And you groan at your final end when your flesh and your body are consumed. What have I done right? So, how you hated instruction. So, there you have it. Stay in your own backyard. Be true to your own self. Do your own research. Read the Bible. It's all in there. Everything that's happening today is in the Bible. Nothing is new. Nothing is... Oh, this has never happened before. Everything has happened before. Okay, everything. It just keeps the cycle repeating, and with each cycle it gets worse. Jesus said in the end, it'll be worse than it has ever been, or it will ever be again. And we're getting very close to that. So, Jesus is coming back. So we need to listen to the instructions. We need to seek wisdom. Just ask, God says just ask and He'll give it to you. Seek the Lord and you'll find Him. See you tomorrow.